Welcome and good morning everyone. Today in this video, we would like to talk about skimming and scanning lesson. Skimming and scanning are reading technique that use rapid eye movement and keyword to move quickly through the text for slightly purpose. So there are half differences in skimming and scanning. Skimming is reading technique means to look for main or general idea without going into detailed reading. It will save you a lot of time, while scanning is reading technique to be used when you want to find specific information quickly. It will help you locate a particular fact. Then, we have to know when we can use this reading technique. For skimming, we can use it in your previewing, that's mean reading before you read. It usually we read it to check in the book or story if we interest or not. In a reviewing, that's mean reading after you read. We'll make a revision after you read all the topic. Then is in determining the main idea from a long selection you do wish to read. And lastly, in trying to find source material for research paper. For scanning, we can use it in finding particular facts to study fact-heavy topic. And then we can use it in answering questions requiring support.
So now, let's dive deeper into skimming, how it works and why it's such a useful skill. Have you ever been in a situation where you need to get the main idea of a text really quickly? Or maybe you are rushing an assignment, or you just want to check if a movie review is worth reading. That's where skimming comes in. Skimming is a reading technique where you read quickly to get the main idea of a text without focusing on every single word. It helps you decide whether you need to read something in details or just move on. Think of it like scrolling through TikTok. If the first few seconds grab your attention, you stay right. But if not, you swipe. Skimming works the same way for reading. Now, how do we actually skim? It's simple, just follow this step. First is, read the title if there is one. Second, read the introduction or the first paragraph. Third, read the first sentence of every other paragraph and identify the main idea. Fourth, read the summary or last paragraph if available. Last but not least, look at pictures, diagrams, subheadings, and illustration. By doing this, you can quickly grasp the general idea without wasting time. So, when should we use skimming? Here are some situations where this skill comes in handy. For example is, newspaper to find general news or to get the latest headlines. And then, we also have magazines to choose articles or to decide which articles are worth reading. And then, we also use this skill for advertisement to explore important information. Last but not least, we have movie reviews to get an overview without spoilers.
Now, I will explain about scanning. Scanning is a reading technique that helps us find specific details quickly by moving our eyes down the page without reading everything. First, under purpose. Scanning is useful when we need to find a single fact, name, date, or specific word in a text. It also helps in locating information efficiently without reading every word. This technique allows us to preview how the material is organized and use clues like bullet point, bold, italic, or headings to find key details. Next, under process. Scanning involves two key steps. The first step is looking for visual clues such as picture, diagrams, number, or highlighted word that can guide us to the relevant information. The second step is reading the question first and searching for keyword or related idea in the text. Now, I will explain the slide which provide a helpful hint about scanning. The key idea here is that when using the scanning technique, we only read a passage to find the answer while ignoring unrelated information. This makes scanning an efficient way to locate specific details without wasting time on unnecessary text. The example of when we usually use scanning in daily life. Number 1 is a Google search list to quickly find relevant result. Number 2 is a bus or airplane schedule to check the departure or arrival times. Number 3 is a movie ticket or poster to find showtime, and a brochure to get specific details about an event or service.
Next, we will provide to the class some examples to try it out together. There are 2 examples from the movie review and article. We will give you all a few seconds to read it using skimming and scanning technique. We can start now.
Alright, let's start with the first example, a movie review of The Midnight Escape. For skimming, remember that we don't need to read every word. Instead, we focus on keyword, headings, and the overall meaning. Let's answer some questions using skimming. What genre is The Midnight Escape? How many stars did the movie receive from critics? What makes the movie a must-watch? From skimming, we can see that it's an action-packed thriller. It received 4.5 out of 5 stars, and the cinematography and storytelling make it a must-watch. Now, let's see how scanning works for this example.
Now, let's try scanning. Instead of looking for the general idea, we focus on specific details. Here are some questions you can answer by scanning the text. 1. Who directed The Midnight Escape? 2. When was the movie released? 3. Name one of the main actors in the film. By scanning, we can quickly find that the director is James Carter. The movie was released in March 2024, and one of the main actors is Emma Stone or Chris Evans. Now, let's move on to our second example.
Next, we have an article. Again, for skimming, we focus on getting the general idea without reading every word. Let's try answering these questions using skimming. What is the article about? Name 2 healthy habits mentioned in the text. How many hours of sleep are recommended? From skimming, the article is about living a healthy lifestyle. Some of the healthy habits mentioned are regular exercise and staying hydrated. And the recommended sleep duration is 7 to 9 hours. Now, let's see how we can use scanning for this example.
Now, let's practice scanning for this article. Here are some questions you can answer by scanning the text. 1. What are 2 examples of exercise given? 2. How many glasses of water should you drink daily? 3. What food types are included in a balanced diet? That's right. The article mentions jogging and yoga as example of exercise. It recommends drinking at least 8 glasses of water daily, and a balanced diet includes fruits, vegetables, and proteins.
Great job everyone! Now, you can see the difference between skimming and scanning. Skimming helps us get the overall idea, while scanning helps us find specific details.
These strategies are super useful for reading quickly and efficiently.
That's all from us. Thank you!